bloodless years of the 1920s, a new kind of criminal emerged from the bloody gang wars that raged in every major city in this country. The struggle for power between the ruthless men affected the lives of every citizen. And for more than 10 years, the gangster was accepted as a part of our way of life. Men like George Lucky Willis, Arnold Shotgun Powers, Leon Heine Schmidt, and Nick the Gentleman Narco ruled the underworld with an iron hand. Nick Narco was the last of the crime bosses to fall. Convicted finally on multiple counts of income tax evasion, he was sentenced to 30 years in federal prison. And with the imprisonment of Nick Narco, the last of the big shots, the era of the gangster came to an end. A period when crime almost ruled this country.
I saw Nick Narco once when I was just a kid. Scared me to death. Don't let those funny clothes fool you. He was a killer.
And more important, he had one of the most brilliant criminal minds ever known. He was arrested 27 times from 1910 to 1929. 11 times the charge was murder. Not one conviction was obtained.
Colonel, I've seen a lot of these old crime movies on television, but...
Well, there's a lesson to be learned from those old films, too, just as there is from the pictures you just saw. Nick Narco was a known killer, a man who was definitely known to have murdered in cold blood, a man who was in on every despicable racket in the city. Yet Narco never served one day in prison for a crime of violence. His only mistake was in not paying his income tax.
Narco was still a big shot when he was sent up. Still running the syndicate, dope every racket you could think of. The times have changed. We've eliminated the rackets used to run this town.
The reason you saw these pictures today is a simple one. Nick Narco will be released from prison tonight. He's expected to be back in the city tomorrow morning.
But after 30 years, Colonel, what can an old bum like Narco do?
He turned the reins of his racket empire over to other men. Some of them are still alive. For 30 years, Nick Narco has been sitting in a prison cell, figuring on the day he'd be released. He's refused 3 pardons, serving his full sentence. So there'll be no parole board strings on him.
But what can he do now?
You saw for yourself what he did. It's my opinion he'll try to start the whole mess over again. Our job is to see that he doesn't get the chance to do it.
This story did not take place in your city. It might. The police force you're about to see does not exist. It should. Perhaps one day it will. This is the story of one man, dedicated, incorruptible, convinced that crime can be controlled.
Hello, Nick. It's good to see you, Nicky. It's me, Mousy.
Mousy? Well, the years haven't done you no good. Why, you look like you'd been in the stir instead of me. Well, what gives? Why didn't Moran come?
He's been pretty busy, Nick. Come on, there's my car over there.
Well, did he send any word?
No, Nick, I don't work for Moran anymore.
I wrote to Moran. I told him to get my place ready for me.
Well, look, Nick, maybe he didn't get your letter. That's it. He didn't get your letter, Nick.
Now, give it to me straight, Mousy.
I am, Nick. But look, Nick, you got nothing to worry about. I've got a room. You can stay at my place.
You're a right guy, Mousy, but I'm going to see Moran first thing in the morning.
Look, Nick, I wouldn't do that if I were you. Moran says you're finished. You're washed up. You're not going to be boss anymore. There's a lot of changes made since you've been away. 30 years is a long time. And there's a lot of water under the bridge.
Is that so? Well, come on, let's go.
Narco just drove into town with a man named Dan Jones.
Dan Jones? Mousy Jones. He was Narco's old trigger man. He's been working in the warehouse district for 10 years now as a night watchman. Moran didn't meet him.
No?
Oh. Well, that makes it pretty clear that Moran thinks Narco's all washed up.
That makes sense. After 30 years in prison, he's bound to change a lot.
The Lobo Wolf never changes. Where did they go?
They headed straight for Moran's trucking warehouse in the old commercial district.
Narco's old headquarters. I want to see Narco now.
That's what I call class. Who owns it?
Moran. Now, look, Nick, Why don't you wait a few days? Don't push Moran too far.
I waited 30 years. That's enough.
Where do you think you're going, Pops? Nick, how are you, boy? It's all right. It's a friend of mine. I would have been down to see you, but, well, I got sort of tied up here. You know how it is.
Yeah, I know how it is. You get my letter, Jerry?
Yeah, I got it, Nick. This is not 1929. Things have changed. The whole town's changed.
Sure, Jerry, I know that. But you owe me something. I set you up in this racket.
Well, sure you did, Nick, and I'm not forgetting. Here. Here's $100. That'll tide you over. And maybe I can give you a couple of more C notes to get you out of town.
You're the same two-bit chiseler you always used to be, aren't you, Jerry?
Look, Nick, I tried to be nice to you, but if you think you can come back here and start muscling in...
These young punks of yours have got a lot to learn, Moran. I had this place soundproof when I was running it.
Don't do it, Nick. I was only kidding. I wouldn't dare double-cross you.
Yes, what I was thinking, Jerry. You know, I had a lot of time to think things over when I was in stir. Sure, things change, but people don't. And it's time someone got things rolling again.
But you don't understand. Most of the rackets are washed up. Since Dawson moved in, well, the town's been clean. Of course, I've got a few pendy-ante things going, but that's all.
Well, I'm raising the stakes beginning now. And you're backing me, Moran.
Sure, if I can help you, Nick.
I want some money.
Oh, how much? A couple of C's?
Make it 10 grand to start. And what about my place? I told you to get it cleaned up.
Well, it was never used since you... it's just the way you left it.
Give me the keys. And I'm tired of riding around that clunk of Mousie's. I like that big boat parked outside. Give me the keys to that. We'll talk later. Take care of the punk. You keep Jerry company, Mousie.
I've always wanted to see the inside of your old hideout, Narco. Heard a lot about it.
Who are you and what do you want?
My name's Dawson. I thought we should talk. But I didn't want to start things off by having you brought into my office.
Dawson? Well, the starting cops has changed as much as the starting cars, hasn't it? But I still don't like it any better. I heard about you, Mr. Dawson.
Then you can guess why I wanted to talk to you.
I served my time in full. I don't have to listen to any speeches.
I don't intend to make any speeches. Let's get some things straight right now. I know you, Narco, and everything you once stood for. If you put that behind you and go straight, I won't bother you.
Look, Mr. Dawson, I had time enough to figure things out, to learn percentages. That's why I came back here. I used to own this joint. I still have a piece of Moran's business. He'll give me a job, making enough to get by on.
You'll have your chance, Narco. But if you think you can take up where you left off, I'm warning you. This isn't the same town you knew before. I'll stop you fast, and you can count on that.
You got nothing to worry about from me, Mr. Dawson.
It's me, Mousy. Boss.
Now I'm ready to spit.
Nick, I'm worried about Moran. This Dawson guy's been bugging him, and I think he's going to squeal.
Not if he has an accident first.
I get you, Nick.
Make it look good, Mousy. I want everybody to know that Nick Narco is back.
Dawson. Yes. Thank you.
Trouble, Colonel?
7th Precinct reports a man shoved from a speeding automobile. Shot to death. Name of Jerry Moran.
Moran.
Now it starts all over again.
Come in, gentlemen. You all know me. At least my name. And you young punks will find that I'm a right guy if you treat me right. But try to do me wrong, I give the word, and you're just as dead as Moran. But since he was a right guy once, I sent $500 worth of flowers over to put on his coffin so he can go out first class.
So we heard about Jerry. It's all right. What's new?
Things have been easy in Sauk too long. This town's forgotten how tough it used to be, and I'm going to remind them. You're going to make me #1 again, and you're going to make it stick. I'll back you, every one of you. I'll get the best mouthpieces money can buy, just in case. And I'm doubling your pay, all of you, starting right now.
When do we start?
Now, there's a warehouse full of slot machines.
Slot machines?
Yes.
You must be kidding, Pop.
Nick Narco doesn't kid, young man, and that's the last time you ever call me Pop. You understand?
Yes, sir.
That's the beginning. You're going to take over every bookie joint, every pusher, every mugger. They all take orders from me. Now I'll get going.
Just like old times, eh, Nick?
Better, Mousy. we didn't have TV in 29. Well, let's get out of here. Those boys at Dawson's got tailing meat. They're going to furnish me with an alibi.
Put it in the back and bring in the other two.
Hey, wait a minute. What do you think you're doing here, anyway?
Tell them. We're putting in these money grabbers, Pop. And we'll come back once a week to clean them out.
You had it right, Colonel. Narcos moved in fast.
Got him covered?
Yes, sir. Put him to bed at night, got him up in the morning. Hasn't even tried to avoid the tails we put on him.
He's got his men to do his dirty work.
Yeah, and they've been busy. They put slot machines in every two-bit dive in town. 5 whiskey trucks been hijacked. 1 driver shot to death, and that's only the beginning.
What else?
On farmers' report, narcos moved in on every racket in town. Split the bite on every bookie, every dope pusher. They're paying off to him.
What about his men?
Well, half of them are Moran's old gang. The rest are old-timers who were narco in the old days. It's funny. Now we know why he never took a rap for a crime of violence. He always had somebody else to do his dirty work for him while he just sat back safe and sound.
Yes, now we know. Times have changed more than Narco thinks. The old never squeal on a power rule doesn't hold with these new young punks. Put pressure on them, they'll squeal.
Well, narco means nothing to a hoodlum like Joey or his kind. And if one of them would just put the finger on him.
Pick up every man known to associate with him. Use anything for an excuse. Illegal parking, spitting on the sidewalk, I don't care what it is. Pick them up, all of them.
Yes, sir.
It's me, Mousy.
Come in, Mousy.
$19 just 1 week's take.
And this time I'm not taking any chances. Every dime's going to be reported to Uncle Sam. You have any trouble?
No trouble at all. And the other boys in town are all getting lined up.
Did you get rid of that liquor you hijacked?
Every fifth, and we can unload that much every week.
Okay, and keep the boys busy.
All right, boys, get them up.
Mousey's finished, Colonel.
You're playing out of your league, Joey. Hijacking an interstate carrier is a federal offense.
Wasn't my idea. It was Mouse's.
You can't get off the hook by blaming a dead man. There's even a bigger hook that you're stuck with. That last hijack job, driver was killed.
I wasn't even on that job. Mousy did it.
And there's another murder, Moran's.
What? No, you can't stick that on me.
I don't know. You were Moran's boy. Now you're working for Narco. Moran's dead.
No, it wasn't me. Mousy did that, too.
Mousey's dead, Joey. You're going to have to talk for yourself and make it good, or you're going to be hit with 2 murder raps.
No, I'm telling you the truth, Colonel. Mousy said he hit Moran. Bragged about it. Narco gave the orders. Told us so. Said Moran got in his way and got bumped. Any man at the meeting will tell you the same thing. Ask him. Go ahead, ask him.
KMA, Unit 1. This is Dawson. Attention all units. Pick up Nick Narco on site. Homicide charge. Man may be armed. It's considered dangerous. Repeat.
Okay, boys. What's the rap? Dawson dragging me in to question me?
Not this time, Narco. Your luck's run out.
What are you talking about? Why, my mouthpiece will spring me so fast.
Not from a murder charge. Mousy and Joey ran into trouble. Mousy tried to shoot it out. Joey had better sense. He's still alive and talking. All right, Nolan, report him. We've got him.
Look, copper, how much do you make in a month? $300-400? There's $500. Look, I'm buying just 5 minutes' time. Just let me pick up something in my joint, something of real sentimental value. Just 5 minutes, and you and your pal can split the dough.
Well, you ridiculous old man. Why don't you wise up? You were all washed up 30 years ago.
This is Nolan. I'm at Moran's warehouse. Narco's inside.
KMA Unit 1. This is Dawson to all available units in District 7. Close in on Moran's warehouse.
The stupid jerk tried to bribe us. He's inside. There's no other way out.
We'll bring him out. Take care of him.
Yeah.
All right, let's go. Stay with him. Come on. Hideout.
We want you alive, Narco. Throw out your gun and come out with your hands up.
How do you like the way I spit, coppers?
The door's a solid steel plate.
I know. Our only chance is a smoky knot. You think you can hit that hole in the door?
Try. I can get close enough. What's that?
The end of the record. Well, that winds up the narco case.
Narco was the last survivor of a strange era, Colonel. The last of the big shots.
You know, looking back to another time, it's easy to see things as being bigger and more important than they really were. What impression did Narco make on you, Jim?
Just another punk, Colonel.
I think you're right. Even 30 years ago.
Your sister's the fast mover in your family. Poor old Mark Grayson, not a month dead, and you're out there on the town whooping it up.
I can't have him. Nobody can. My life was over. Why shouldn't his be?
She was in love with him, Cliff. If I hadn't stopped her in front of the hospital the other day, she might have killed him then.
You tried to hang me by planting that gun in my apartment.
You're damn right I did.
Miss Wentworth.